you do at school today, honey?
I went out on a field trip.
All right, you went on a field trip. Where'd you go again?
To the forest.
Any of your friends go with you?
My friend Olivia went with her dog Olive.
Ooh, did Olive get in the pool with you guys? Do any tricks?
All right. I got a message and I got a crowbar. What's your preference?
Message?
Good choice. Tell Macedon I want to sit down. My place. Tonight. Tell him to keep his shit off my lawn.
Detective Marlowe.
Emma? Where are,
I left them at a friend's house.
Good. Good.
Guess I'm not used to living in the city.
All right. You listen to me very carefully and do exactly as I say. Let me be clear. You are in some real danger here.
Where are we meeting him?
We're not. He's on his way here.
You invited Macedon Rooker to come here.
Do not call him that. Matter of fact, don't call him anything. Just shut up and let me do the talking, or he will eat you alive.
Fine.
Thank you. Now, arms up.
Really?
I'm not taking any chances. Jesus Christ.
Shake your head, Miss Sinclair. Your eyes are stuck.
Sergeant Sinclair.
Sergeant, happy to meet you in person. I've heard about you for quite some time now.
That's why we're here. Now both of you need
In
to go.
fact, I've heard your name from quite a few of my people. Mr. Casper, Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. Hess.
It seems that every time my people enter your precinct's region of jurisdiction,
They don't leave without parking tickets, illegal search and seizures, and other general forms of harassment.
Didn't think you'd feel threatened by a no-name desk sergeant.
That's enough.
I know you're new to town, and I'm sure you were a big deal to all the hill folk you worked with upstate. I figured eventually you'd understand how things work around here. But now you're just becoming a nuisance.
Killing her is not going to fix your problem. She's the shiny new cop from upstate. You know how that works. You kill her, you're just bringing more heat down your back.
I don't know. I've seen people forget new faces pretty quick.
Till they dig up those faces in the beach.
you want to speak your mind? Go ahead.
Emma, for God's sake, don't.
Bobby, now, let the lady speak.
That's not why we're here.
If you want me to stay and hear you out, let the lady speak. Please, Sergeant, write my file.
You wear a nice suit? Talk like a politician? Take your nickname from Alexander the Great's neighborhood. Grew up in the ghetto, studied around the world, make people think you're a new class of criminal. But you're not different. You're the same as the scum I cut my teeth taking down upstate. You're a murderer. You're a parasite.
I remember walking to school when I was a kid. I'd watch the gangs sweep through my neighborhoods.
They'd grab everything not nailed down to the ground and move on.
And when people come to expect this every week, they lose the incentive to produce anything that'll just end up being stolen. So, productivity stops, and the gangs grow more violent.
Look at my neighborhoods today.
You see people not working? You see me taking fingers off cashiers?
That's supposed to make you a saint?
I protect people. I stay in the same place. People are happier.
He's not wrong. Long time ago, believe it or not, I lived right down the street from him. And he's right. People wouldn't walk 2 blocks without worrying they'd catch a round in the back. I remember. I do. Nowadays, he sticks to his part of town and he keeps the animals in line.
So cops down here are okay with nonviolent extortion?
I take a fraction of what the gangs took. You haven't been here long, Sergeant. But if you don't understand the order of things, we are going to continue to have problems.
She's willing to back off. Aren't you?
I'm not sure I have the patience to let her try.
Short on patience, are you?
Nobody's perfect.
Is that why out of your 3 marriages, the first 2 ended up in knockouts?
Sinclair!
Why are you bending over and taking up the ass from this scumbag?
Young miss, I am a public servant.
Do you have any idea how many people I employ? How much money I pump into these communities this city decided not to give a shit about anymore?
When I was a kid and my neighborhoods were bleeding, the mayor was silent. The cops were silent. Hell, the mailman didn't even come through anymore.
Someone had to foster the community. So, I did. And if you continue harassing my community,
There are consequences.
This is my house. This isn't the precinct. This isn't one of your nightclubs. The only rules we listen to are mine. You're both going to sit back down. We're going to have a discussion and come to a compromise. I don't care who's right or who's wrong. This shit just needs to end. And look, you might not like him, but you can't change the world like this. Good cops lose more than they win. Taking on men like him one ticket at a time is just going to get you killed. Don't do that to Oscar and Marlena. Oscar and Marlena?
You're not helping much as a single mother with a cop's salary. I'd like to avoid any unpleasant...
No, there's nothing to avoid. Those kids aren't growing up in this city without their mother.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Think back. You want them going through what we went through?
I don't want to take their mother from them. But she has to see the bigger picture.
I've done more for this city than these cops ever have. I made crime clean.
You call this clean?
Where'd you get this?
Picked it off of a 10-year-old kid. 1 grade above Oscar. See, kids get a lighter sentence if we catch them with this shit, don't they?
This is a mistake. I don't involve children in my work. All my men know that.
Now who's naive? We picked the guy up after I pulled this off the kid. When we processed him, he said, Macedon Rooker will have me out by the end of the week.
Kids, Tobin? Fucking kids now?
This is not how I do business.
She's got the guy in the act. There's evidence. Look, tickets are one thing. She can't just ignore this.
I made my city better than this. This shit was supposed to die with the gangs.
So, the world's uglier than you thought, right? Maybe you two aren't so different.
The man you have in custody will receive no representation from my people. His bank accounts are about to suspiciously freeze. Any contraband in his home will be right there when the police show up.
And?
And my people following Sergeant Sinclair will be called off, provided she follows her side of the bargain.
If your people behave, then
I hope this puts a permanent end to our problems, Ms. Sinclair.
my dad used to work homicide upstate. He used to tell me about what it was like to be a cop. And criminals were still afraid of cops.
That hasn't changed. Thief's still afraid of a cop. Junkie's afraid of a cop. They're still touchable. Rooker's not.
So what, he's invincible? We're supposed to live under him forever?
Frazier and Ali.
What?
We're a little too young to remember Muhammad Ali in his heyday, but my old man was obsessed with him. He had this VHS tape of his fight with Joe Frazier in 1971. Now, neither of them had ever lost a fight before, but Ali had 4 inches and 10 pounds on Frazier, 15 wins, no losses. They all thought he'd knock him out before the 3rd bell. Then at the end of round 14, Joe Frazier puts Muhammad Ali on his back.
So what's your point?
Give a man a few years on top, no matter how great, eventually he will fall. And he will fall hard, every single time.
Thanks for supporting me. I can't imagine what I put you through. God, I'm so stupid.
Yeah. No, you're not stupid. Life just hasn't beaten the piss out of you yet. And that's not a bad thing. Hold on to it.
Thanks, Marla.
Bobby.
Bobby. Did you really mean it? What you said about good cops lose more than they win?
Yeah, I did. And when they do win, no matter how small, worth it.